So here is the IBM ThinkPad 600E, and previously I looked at what it needs to be revived, and I think one of the main tasks is the keyboard. So I'm going to recheck the keyboard, see if the keyboard works. Now I've removed some of the keys and I have those safe, so I'll revive those. So I think the first thing is to retest. I've got my universal power here, that's ready to go. I've remembered how to open the lid. You have to use these small sliders which are actually on the base, so very difficult to a lot of other laptops that have that. I need to remind myself where the power switch is. There it is, and you push it back. Okay, I've got LEDs. The fan is quite loud, I don't remember that, but I'll worry about that a different time. Okay, here we have the usual errors. I've got my 161, 301, which is the keyboard error. And I had got rid of the keyboard error, even though the keyboard doesn't fully work. So let us come back. This is how we get into the keyboard. You go there, do the right click, and then I think do the exit. There we go, here's the keyboard tester. Now this looks okay, so I don't know what the problem is, but I do know the cursor keys are very suspect. Okay, so bad keys are print screen. Oh, was that flashing? Print screen definitely not working. End. Okay, no page down or end. No F12. Okay, F10, F11, F12. Bar, is that an apostrophe or the horizontal bar? Don't know what that's called. No 1, 2, 3 or 4, although we know we have 3 keys missing. Right, that is okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is out. It's 5, 6, 7, no 7, 8, 9, 0, 7, 8, 9, 0, space, Alt, Control, cursor keys. Now I know these are a problem, hence I've disturbed them already. So up, down, left, right. Now I know these have been flaky, and that seems okay. Let me put them all on and confirm. Now these are in groups. I'm suspecting they're not individual key failures. Now the other question is why it's not showing any faulty keys. Press Control and brake to exit. So will I get the error? No, I don't. And we boot into my SD card. Right. I need to be very gentle with a flat bladed screwdriver. That's great. That's that section removed. The screws are coming out so far are all the same size. I remember this. This is a good piece of kit. Right, so the keyboard is now ready to come off. This small connector here needs to be pulled up. I think that pulls up here. Now here I've taped the keys that I'd taken off for safekeeping. Look, there's the badge. And then finally, I think I need these two screws at least loosened to release the keyboard from the base plate. Where do I start with this keyboard? The back has got a plastic film stuck all the way over. So even though there's corrosion here, although that corrosion I would say is more around these mounting points, and they don't match up necessarily with the failure points. Now, is it feasible to take these keys off? Safely, I wonder. How do they come off? We've got to loop that side, two smaller loops. It just seems so tough. And this one I did pull off, but or did that just fall off on its own? So you lay it in there like that. That side goes in. I see. So the keys should all just pop off then. And it should be safe. So does the other side just lift up too? So that's a lot of force. The other end needs so much force. Oh, I see. You just turn it over. Like that. You lift it up this side and turn it over. I suppose I should put one back. I wonder what the put back procedure is. Can you just press it on? You can. Then to take off your lift up. Tip it over. Okay. Ah, this goes the other way. Whoops. Now, I'm sure this one can't be the same. Let me have a go. Clear those to one side so you can see what I'm doing. How is this one going to come out? Is it the same? is. Needs a bit of help to unhook from there. There we go. This attention to detail. I didn't need to do that, but they did. Don't know how to get that one off. There we go. Oh, sorry. Hope that one doesn't break. Imagine if that one broke. I'd be in trouble. Yeah, lots of hair. So now it would be nice to remove these bits of plastic. Oh, they're held in with melted glue. That's a shame. Okay, but there's no faults around here, so never mind. Yeah, likewise the touchpad is all these little melted glue stands. All the space bar come off. Maybe it's got two. Ooh, it's a lot of force. Please don't be so difficult. Let's move the move the metal bar out of the way. There we go. Anyway, the next stage is to give this a good clean and see where we can go from there. Okay, I think to clean this I'll just dust it out on the draining board and then I can clean the draining board. So I've given this a good brush. I don't think I want to use water or anything more aggressive because the water will get in everywhere, but maybe a quick final dust. See, there's still some hairs on it. Tickling your hair. Very bad. Does that come off? It does. Right. So I'll clean that separately, I think. So of course we can't do a keyboard repair without the obligatory washing of the keys. So, thought I dropped one then. I did. Not drop any. So all the keys I think into the soapy water. Not sure that was a good idea. Put the plastic in. I think I'll wash the two bits of metal with a brush separately. So we're missing one. Oh, do I need to just press that really hard? No, nothing is registering a 1. So that has to be the keyboard. So can I cut this off? How is this attached? Got a second screwdriver. Can I pull that back? Let me try pushing with a Phillips flat blade screwdriver. No, nothing at all. So it has to be a broken track. Cursor keys are definitely not quite right. If this mat can be separated. Yeah, they are very, very stuck together. In fact, the back of the knife seems to be better at separating them. There's the blue layer PCB. So looking at the speaker grills, this one's immaculate. I'll give it a clean. The speaker's underneath it, so I'm going to spray on here and just clean the grill. There's really nothing I can do to polish up without putting grit into the speaker. The other one, this has had some of its paint taken off. I'll have to rub it down in a way that doesn't push too much dust into the speaker. Contact cleaner to try and pick up the dust. This is not in any way the correct stuff. Move everything out of the way in case it causes chaos. And definitely less is more, so this brush is incredibly thin. What I don't want is to have it dripping on the work. It doesn't look great because I've got the rub down areas, so I think what I need to do is try and cover the rub down areas very thinly. I could probably use that blob. There's enough supply. Let's try and flatten it down a bit. I'll leave it to dry and see how it looks later. So of course the answer is I can't repair this keyboard almost certainly without completely damaging this membrane. And also I can't get the bits of plastic off easily and put those back on. So I think I'll accept the failed keys, there's not too many of them, and put the keys back on. At least I'm going to have a clean keyboard. So it's going to take a while, so I'll do it in photos. Here's the picture. I think I'll arrange the keys first so it's easiest to put them in order. I guess the first thing is to develop a good technique for putting the keys back on. So I've prepared, I think I'll do the first row starting from there. I've found most of them. I'm missing one, as in the number one. Here it is. So I've got the bar 1, 2, got the spare equals, and 3, missing a 3. Oh no, I've forgotten how to count. There is the 4. Put it down, the 5. So 1, 2, 3. So the 3 is the one that was missing. Yes, because on the photograph it went 1, 2, 4. So I'm going to do 1, 2, spare plus button, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. There we go. Okay, and some dirt on the 9. So when they came off, it was a case of putting them on the side and tilting them down. So I don't know if I could put them on just by pressing them down. It's quite hard to locate them. Okay, that's not too bad. I need to be careful with the one because I actually did take that apart. Right, it is partly attached already. I wonder how they're mass produced. I wonder if they just put them in a kind of some holder and press the whole board down in one go. I think time for the enter key. This goes here, but I think I'll put this on first as the keys seem to be able to go downwards. And that gives me a chance to put the bar on and deal with any issues. So that does work, and that slides up nicely. So how do I stabilize? Straighten those out, and hopefully that will compensate for the fact that it is broken and isn't coming and isn't held in by the key very well. Now it's too hard to get in. Let's try the other way. Okay, that's more secure in there. So that then goes in there. That clicked in, yeah, and it falls down. Okay, so it goes on like that. I see. Fold it down. That's better. Marginally better. The keys are back on, but I've lost one. I've lost the blue function key. So I washed them. Was it downstairs? So I've got to go hunting. It's that one. Where's it gone? I have to go hunt for it. So, after the near disaster, finishing putting all the keys back on the keyboard, discovered that one was missing. It was this one, and I discovered it stuck. It's a bit of paper towel in the bin. That took a day of searching to find that. I thought if I've lost that, that's going to spoil the keyboard. So let me click this back into place. Oh, it's going to be the most difficult one to click back in, of course. I was worried that maybe it would have got stuck to my shoe and would be broken or something. There we go. Okay, keyboard back together. Cursor keys I think are still sticking, so we have an issue here. Let me have another go. So error 161, error 301 keyboard, and I think it's these keys. So cursor keys are still sticking. Oh wow, look at that. We have number lock. So this down key is now very noisy. Is the number lock working? So I'm going to remove this again. And if I remove whole mechanism for that key, so that is sticky. Scroll lock, down, yeah, down is bad. I think this one. So this does move. This is very much in the corner. Can I just lift it close to these? Here we go. So with that screwdriver in there, can I separate these two? Try to separate them with a knife. So can I get underneath? Separate that contact bit. That is showing as stable, so now I have scroll lock to contend with. So let's take the scroll lock key off and see why that's unhappy. Does a remove scroll lock key stop that error? So error 301 seems to have gone with the scroll lock key. It can't be as easy as that. Now, cursor keys back. So the little plastic stabilizers on the cursor keys. Now this one doesn't drop down. That one does. Why doesn't that one drop down? Is it not seated very well? Okay, that's better. It's not brilliant, but better. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to put the keys on. Let's give it another go. Okay, here we go. Error 161, of course, the bias battery. Do we have a 301? No, we don't. And we're into Windows. Control Alt Delete works. Enter works. Remember, I'm booting from an SD card here, so it's quieter and a bit quicker than a hard drive. Ooh, strange Windows errors. ThinkPad Digital Signal Processor, DSP. Wow. No, I don't. Look at that, nice and stable. Because I'm going to do a shutdown. I'm going to reconnect the speakers when I put the full top back on, and let's give it one more go. It's a shame missing that screw. I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, plug the speaker in. Plug the keyboard in. Top piece of trim back in, including its one screw. Here we go. Power switch become unseated. That's better. Error 161 battery 163. Do the normal minimum reset, including the time. Please accept the standard time. Need to do the reset with the new BIOS settings that it's initialized, and then Maybe error 161, but hopefully not 301. There we go. Whether this is going to be stable and reliable, I hadn't spotted that number lock, scroll lock key being a problem before. In fact, once Windows boots up, I'll test it. That is working, that is working. Will number lock work? It will. 4, 5, 6. Of course, still can't type 789. Unfortunately, the 789 keys are bad. Go. Let's clear number lock. So we do have the cursor keys working in a stable manner. So that is my keyboard revival. So we're only back to where we were. Hopefully we've now got stable keys that aren't going to cause the 301 error, but I suspect that might come back. But the clean has transformed the look of the keyboard without doubt. So now, particularly these keys that were not worn, is looking a lot nicer. So that is a big improvement. And unfortunately we've not repaired these keys, but at least the ones that do work are now ordered properly. I think finding a new keyboard is going to be a challenge and may not be worth it for this machine. I think we should just celebrate the fact that it does work as well as it does, and we have a great looking IBM ThinkPad with the slightly tidied up speaker grills, and a ThinkPad that has worked very hard in its life, so I think I'm pleased to have this in the collection, and I'll pass on replacing a keyboard unless I'm very lucky, but they're going to be in demand. These were heavily used machines. Thank you for watching.